Cool, Aaron, thank you very much for coming to see us today. Aaron is running to the 2014-2015 Warwick SU presidential elections. Thank you very much for coming again. And we just have a few questions just to hear a little bit about your campaign and what you propose to bring to the university.
So Aaron, not Alan, why are you running for president?
Well, I need a lot to do after reading week. You know, I need an excuse not to do my essays. Dad gets very upset with my YouTube videos. And there's no better forum for doing it. I've lost twice, third time's a charm. This is the last one. Dad has been quite clear on that. Why do? Yeah, that's the reason I won't run with it. Really, it's a time filler for me, really. But no, I think it's think of a serious point. No, I think it's important to be involved. Whatever that means. I now feel involved.
Okay. What's the most important part of your manifesto?
Well, we've always had a lot of fun with the videos that we do. They always seem to be very popular with students. Important part of the manifesto. Yeah, I think it's just the YouTube videos. One, we really enjoy. Two, this year's been really quite difficult for us actually. So every time I've run, we've tried to do it a bit differently. This year we've tried making a couple more serious points. And I think the ones I most enjoy are the ones that try to make a serious point but in a funny way. So like the Nigel Thrift, the fact that the union doesn't seem to be getting on very well with Nigel Thrift, and we try to highlight that but in an amusing way. If anyone wants to see me not wearing pants but a bow tie, go online, you can find it there. Yeah, so I think yeah, we've really enjoyed and highlighted the more serious stuff but in a funny way this year, as opposed to the last 2 years where it's been a bit different. I wouldn't say unserious, however. That's important.
So people have occasionally accused SU president of not getting much done.
Okay.
If you become president, how could you change this perception?
By getting stuff done, I suppose, is the only way to change the actual perception. But no, I think it's, it is difficult. And I suppose one of the problems that came up in the debate last night is where the president isn't so clearly defined. You get people who turn up every year and offer totally unrealistic things like a monorail or nuclear weapons and things like that. And those candidates should just be cut off straight away. What? But no, I suppose the only way you can do it is by trying to get things done and communicating as well as you can with the students. Because let's be honest, when it comes to being a liaison between the university and the union, there is a PR element to it. There is an element of coming to the students and saying, look, we are genuinely trying to do this, here's how we're trying to do it. But I think, yeah, the best way would be to maybe define the role of president a little bit more and just be better in communicating what you are doing to the students.
Okay. So your manifesto comes off quite informal and quite joking.
I hope so.
If you became president, is that the way you'd run?
Well, we never really entertained the idea of me actually becoming president. Because, if you were to trend it, it's a very flat second. Kind of threatened us for a bit last year, and then the second preferences came in second. But no, if, on the off chance I were to become SU president, obviously I'll try to achieve those things that I could realistically achieve. We've already jettisoned the monorail, which might cost me second actually, because there's a lot of my supporters who have, torn off the badge in disgrace and have flocked away from me. I say flocked, there's not that many to flock. But no, I would try and do it in the best way I can by lobbying the university, representing the union, but we don't really entertain that. Okay. We don't worry about that.
So you've run 2 times in the past and come second each time.
Yeah.
So what have you learned and can you use it
how not to win elections? I thought the first time I might have learned how to win one, but then last year apparently not. What have I learned? I'll tell you what I've learned on Friday. If I win, I've learned how to win elections. If I haven't, then I've learned that the students of Warwick don't know what's good for them. Yeah, that's what I've learned. No, I've learned how to be a better campaigner by getting up before 1 o'clock in the afternoon and by campaigning for longer than till 12:30 in the afternoon. And that's a complete lie. I haven't learned that at all. No, I've learned that the students of Warwick give back so much by not being as verbally abusive as they have been in the past.
Fair enough. Okay. So Tesco trolleys, quite a lot of presidential candidates have promised this.
Yes.
If you become president, how you make sure that you can...
Yes, every year there is a trolley policy from someone. I can't think what it was last year. I know the year before there was a candidate who promised to give fold-up trolleys to every halls of residence, and that would be your flat trolley, which was an interesting idea and policy. Yeah, I just think that the best thing we should really do is point out to Tesco that, you know, we do put an awful lot of money in there, and everyone wins, because Tesco have to go and collect the trolleys anyway, because people take them regardless. Yeah. The university have to spend money and time finding the trolleys because they end up littered all over the place. Realistically, I don't know how realistic that is as a policy, but I'd like to try and do something on it and just say to Tesco, look, just let students take them. We'll have separate areas in the accommodation blocks, or just next to the accommodation blocks, where they can be stacked and picked up anyway, because they do get picked up anyway. Failing that, a guerrilla campaign against Tesco, led by myself, where we would just steal them all and hide them in the maths block. And then when they're like, where are the trolleys? Well, you know, if you want us to shop with you, you better let us have the trolleys. But yeah, so if worse comes to worse, theft.
So Greggs has been another predominant policy of yours.
Yes.
If you couldn't get a Greggs on campus, what would you have instead?
Well, we managed to achieve a Greggs in Camp Park. We definitely did that. It definitely had something to do with us. Maybe, probably. Let's say it did, even though it probably didn't. I'm still passionate about having alternative food options on campus in the form of a Greggs. I did outline last night in the debates that if we can't get a Greggs, then Warwick will form its own Gregory's, which will be exactly the same as a certain high street pasty shop, but to reflect the students of Warwick, every pasty will be available with a side of rocket, which I think is going to play really well in the business school. Obviously, those are the sort of people who eat rocket. I mean, you know. But yeah, so Gregory's. If not Greggs, Gregory's. And if not Gregory's, then I don't know. I don't know.
So what do you think would be the most rewarding part of being Warwick?
My face on the wall in the
So
no, sorry, great answer. Representing the students to the university and to the wider community. I saved that. I saved that. We don't want. I'll probably use someone else's face. Or just the duck thing. I mean, we don't want this, do we? Let's be honest. Or, you know, no.
Very beautiful man.
Thank you.
So what do you like about the other candidates and their campaigns?
I love the cat thing, just because there was the first moment. Sorry, cat, but there was a moment where I thought that someone had submitted an actual cat. Because I think I'm going to have to withdraw. I cannot compete with an actual cat. But no, I think you know it's been a good-natured campaign this year. Kat and I get on very well. Yeah, she runs a good campaign. Judai I don't know very well, but he had some interesting and good points at the hustings yesterday. So no, it's just been largely really very good-natured. I say that now. Wait till Thursday evening when it's getting a bit close, it'll all kick off.
And if the job was unpaid, would you still run?
Yes, because Daddy would finance me. No, I'd if it wasn't paid, would I do the job? Again, we don't really entertain the idea of me ever doing it. That's not really, it's not really a factor. No, I don't think people do it for the money. I think, you know, the amount of time, effort, and blood, sweat, and tears people put in, you'd be better off applying for something else. So, as I say, we've never really weighed up costings and you know the job money, because I don't anticipate I'll ever receive a cheque. So, yeah, I haven't answered your question there at all, have I? Yes, I would still do the job if it wasn't paid.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Yeah, even if you don't expect to win.